Ever since the release of the song, I've been absolutely taken aback by Shinsei Kamate-chan's incredibly unique and daring new single, Boku no Senso or My War. My War. As the latest opening for arguably the most popular show on the planet, Attack on Titan, expectations for the track were at an all-time high, and while there were many bewildered faces upon its initial releases, given the track's unorthodox nature, many came around it to big time, including myself. But while this led to the opening version of the track receiving much appreciation, I don't think any amount of familiarity would have prepared us for what Shinsei Kamate-chan had in store for us with the full version of the track. One thing I would like to say is that this is a very unique piece of music that feels more like a war cry or a national anthem than any modern day song. A sound truly fitting for the show of the soundtracks. It forgoes any real sense of structure and goes out of its way to make some truly interesting musical turns that are bound to confuse and raise a few eyebrows. This makes the entire package feel incredibly off-putting at first listen, but only makes it every subsequent listen of the song more fulfilling than the last. The opening percussion and the keys give an instant ominous feel to the entire track, with an expertly done fake out before the full brunt of the instrumentation hit us. I adore the chanted segments of My War, as they lend the song a real sense of theatrically on its top of its incredibly dense brew. The spoken word interludes between the explosive centerpieces initially seem misplaced but become an almost essential part of the experience after a few listens. The raspy vocals here bring a real sense of restrained dread to the entire package and are a great contrast to the unfiltered explosion of percussion, dramatic string work, and operatic vocal samples that dominate much of the track. But where My War really comes into its own is during the final 2 minutes, where the track breaks into an operatic interlude filled with a driving percussion and a collage of heavenly vocals. But as the vocals suddenly fade away, a higher pitched voice can be heard in the background, almost as though it's acting as part of the percussion. The energy remains high here, but before the voice we heard in the background becomes a real vocal point. Here, we get our first real song, part of the track, and as much as the payoff is immense, it still feels as though the track is still building. And while this might initially feel a little odd, the entire track explodes in a real sense of bravado as the central melody slams in with full force as the vocal gets more and more impassionate and rousing before fading right back into the instrumental to give way for a stunning, frantic piano-driven finale that encapsulates the sheer ambitiousness of this track perfectly. And that is my review of the song. Thank you for listening to this video. Thank you very much.